Must be Terrificon 2019! Walking through the Mohegan Sun Expo Center, Terrificon 2019. I don't know what year it is. The Expo Center is massive, and today the line looped all around everywhere. So it's crazy. And now we're looking for our family. Waiting outside the panel room, ballroom A, because there will be a Billy D. Williams panel at 1 that I want to attend.
No, I asked George for an Ewok. And I was surprised he gave it to me. I should have asked for the cake.
Yes.
Yes!
And you know what's funny is we've been asked that question before, and guess what he didn't do again on the new movie? He didn't ask for the cape again, so 3 movies, no cape. But you know your website now, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I'm Mr. Williams. I'm Esteban. How was your experience filming The Rise of Skywalker versus Empire and Return of the Jedi?
Well, I can't talk about anything right now because I'll be struck by lightning.
Whoa.
So, that's it.
All right, so guys, that's a good segue. Everybody
But I'll
do
tell you one thing though, I will say this, working with J.J. Abrams was one of the most extraordinary experiences I've ever had working with filmmakers. He's a wonderful, brilliant young man.
Yes, it's my first time, and I'm from Connecticut, and I'm working here with this vendor.
Woohoo!
And I'm very excited because I've never been here before at all to any convention, and I really like everybody dressing up. I like people who are they're nice, and I like the different items.
Is there a favorite costume you've seen?
No, I like them all.
Oh, fair. Very fair answer.
Yeah.
Have you been here all 3 days?
Yes, since Thursday.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yes, and it's
Like
nice
a
because
champ.
I really like it because I thought it was all for the young people, but I like it because there's people my age.
Oh yeah, it's
And I
all
love it,
ages.
and it's like a lot of retro, so I'm feeling happy and like
Nostalgic.
and I like come back where I remember the best.
And will you be back next year if they ask you?
Yes.
All
Even
right.
if I don't have a job here, I'm coming.
Yes.
Rob a bank.
Today?
Whenever you're free.
With any of these. These are important now since in the state of Connecticut we all need reusable bags. Because there's a 10 cents a bag tax.
Okay, so shading, when it comes to visual arts and drawing and whatnot, the best thing to do is to draw a ball and figure out the darkest point to the lightest point, pick the highlight area, go darker, and then just keep going lighter to that highlight. And once you can really apply that to the ball, you can apply that to different shapes. So, because especially anatomy, is made up of different round parts. So, like even if you're looking at this is round, this is a circle, and you can see that it goes from darker to lighter as you go to the light source. So, same thing, ball, make that ball longer, make it an oval, same idea.
So my idea when I started Two Thangs was that I make paintings for people where they give me 2 pieces of pop culture and I mash them up. So every single one of these comes from someone else who just likes Pizza and Pitbulls, or Macho Man and the Never-Ending Story, or Robin and Cheeseburgers. And then we worked together to get a painting made for him.
I had known Steve Rude for years, not good friends or anything, but we knew each other and we'd say hi and stuff, but really never talked. I'm sitting at the DC table doing my signing, and Steve Rude comes up to me. I'm doing signing. He just comes up to me and goes, "Jerry, I just want to say that Batman adaptation is the best thing you'll ever do." And I knew it, and I was like, "Oh, thank you." But it's like someone telling you it's the best thing you ever do. I felt like I still had some comics left in me. But that was like so Steve, because from his point of view, it was like a project where I did have reference for likenesses and I had all this other stuff. So from his point of view, he was looking at it from the way he worked, which is to have good reference and all that. It was just funny. And knowing Steve, that's kind of how his brain works. So it was one of those things. It's not a backhanded compliment. He meant it genuinely, but it's just funny. Like, you'll never do anything as good, but it's, you're in between the lines. It was just funny that he came out of his way to, cut through a crowd and tell me that.
Well, it's really nice to look through it and to be reminded that any number of movie adaptations are not as good.
Well, they didn't put. There was that period where it was a contractual obligation. A movie studio would say, "Oh, we want a comic book version out there," but there wasn't like, "Oh, we're going to put our top talent on it." It was like, "Oh, it's another assignment. Everybody's busy on regular monthly books." I was allowed to take a break from Superman to do that. That was my regular job. So, if they hadn't let me do that and they hadn't realized, well, this is an important project, they could have said, "No, you're under contract to write Superman." So,
well, you rose to the challenge for sure.
Tell me about the coloring comic books. Okay.
You have to fill in the dialogue, color in the panels, make them say whatever you want them to.
Did you draw all this too?
Yeah, I drew it, I inked it, I formatted it into the book, so that's kind of how I write comics sometimes, because sometimes I'll leave dialogue at the very end, so I'm like, oh, let's leave the word bubble, people can fill in whatever they want.
Yeah.
And the basic premise is the guy gets a ring, the ring turns into a frog man, his tongue turns into whatever he wants it to, it's one of those stories. And you get the color in like other characters too. Like
it's cool.
Get the color in it'll work.
This is really unique. This isn't something we're seeing all over the place at all the tables and everything.
Yeah, as an admin bonus, got the color in the arts as well.
That's you!
The one time I would bang out a likeness of me.
Doubly Comics, chroniclesoftemplar.com.
Chroniclesoftemplar.com. All right, what's your favorite thing to draw?
My favorite thing to draw is Templar. Honestly, that's what I draw all the time.
We're not familiar with Templar. How long has Templar been out?
Templar has been an established comic for 3 years. Yep, and I want a big, giant, like 6'6" demon with wings and horns and completely ripped.
Also want that.
So he sends me this.
Bam. Okay, so what can fans expect as Templar goes on in the future?
They can expect some raw brutality.
They did a reboot of Thundercats.
Yes.
A remake.
Yeah.
A reboot. And you were in that as well.
Yes, I was, as this guy, Quantus, Miner's father.
What was that experience?
Well,
there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the Christmas card this year, everybody. So that's sort of passing of the torch.
Yeah. It was very cool.
And when you, how did they approach you for that? Were they just like, oh, Larry, you're in, how you doing?
Well, they called my agent, and as the way you get all your jobs in my business, they call your agent, and then your agent calls you, and you go, yes!
I'm in, make a breakfast cereal! So when you guys record, now we've seen it differently. You could be solo in the studio, you could do it over a cell phone at this point. Are you with other actors, or is it just you and the script and the sound guys, or like, how is that going?
It all depends. We did, when we did Thundercats and some other cartoon shows back in the 70s, at least on our shows, we were all in the studio together all the time.
Yeah.
5 or 6 of us, there was a semicircle of microphones, and so we all worked together. These days, that rarely happens. These days, you're alone by yourself, which is redundant, in a little booth most of the time. I don't know why, but it's not as much fun.
Yeah, I would imagine you get a lot more when you're like riffing off of everybody's energy and you're like buddies.
Yeah. But for some reason, they don't do it that way anymore.
Now,
obviously Perry on Lab Rats was a dream role because they were writing the lines for me to do.
Yeah.
And so it was great to have people writing a part for you. I mean, that's a miracle. I've done a lot of theater with a playwright named Justin Tanner, and he wrote parts for me. I do a lot of live theater, and that's also a dream. So any other dream role I have, I would love to be the funny one on a crime show. I love Law and Order, all the different franchises. And I would love to be, like the coroner on one of those Criminal Minds shows or something like that.
Like the comic relief.
Yeah,
in those
but you're also in a
serious heavy
serious
hitters.
drama.
Yeah.
I love that.
I think you'd be perfect in that.
Yeah.
That's
You would. We couldn't get it on video, but I want everybody to know that we fist bumped Billy D. Williams.
It was awesome.
Lando.
It was an epic fist bump.
Yeah, he was just chilling.
Yep.
He's the king of
Thank
chill.
you for being so cool throughout the years, and he was just like, ain't no thing.
Yeah, he like knows he's cool and he did it for us.
Yeah.
What else? There's lots of stories.
Got life lessons from Jerry Ordway.
Jerry Ordway told us about melatonin, and remember, don't look at your screen 15 minutes before bedtime. And dissect frogs if you can. Terrificon 2019, lots of friends. Hopefully we'll see you next year. Lots of fun. Connecticut.
Bye.